Alright, so getting started in the Camaro today. Just came outside. Pretty much going to get started on the Monte, but I came out in the Camaro and the El Camino just to try out the seats, take some measurements, because I'm going to get out of here. It's getting hot. A lot of people, they do swap the 5th gen Camaro seats into these Gbodies, or I found these years ago, and these will probably get replaced too, but these are a little narrower. Put on a few pounds over the years, so those seats got a little tight. But I'm pretty much just trying to determine which bucket seats I want to order. Just take some measurements and see different sections of the seats, what's tight, what's loose, and try to make a good decision, because this bench seat is coming out. I'm going to go buckets with it. So only reason I'm doing that is because I'm getting ready to try to figure out where to mount the shifter and everything. So I think if I were to keep the bench seat, it'd be pretty close to hitting the bench when it's all the way back. So that means the bench seat would have to be all the way to the rear anytime. Well, pretty much permanently. So I'm not too worried about the passenger side, but at the same time, sitting in here wiring and everything, these aren't that comfortable. Yeah, it'd be nice if I just went around the block or to some shows, but if I was in the car for a while, these seats probably won't cut it. So I'm going to be pulling at least the passenger side out to mount the floor shifter. The driver's side, I'll probably keep in there for now, but once I get everything mounted, I'll just keep it in there so I can find my seating position and mount the shifter pretty much where it's going to be good for me. So passenger side is probably coming out. That's why I was in the Camaro and the Elco, just trying to see what I like about certain seats. I'm definitely not going 5th gen seats in there. I already have them in the 5th gen. And I always joke about it, like pulling parts out of like other cars. Like take the Camaro for example. You throw seats in, you throw Camaro seats in the G-body. They're nice. You have Camaro seats in the Camaro. It's just a Camaro. You take an LS3 out of the Camaro, put in a G-body. You got an LS3 in the G-body. You got an LS3 in the Camaro. It's just a Camaro. But yeah, so I'll probably look for some aftermarket bucket seats. I've been looking for a while, between the seats and the seat mounts. But yeah, let me come out here to actually get started on what I was supposed to be getting started on. So that's just finishing up the wiring. I did find the door jamb switches in stock locally. One store had both of them, so I did get those. Those ones was I ordered from Painless. The thread pitch was a lot smaller than what's needed for these doors, so was able to find the right ones. They were part number SW90. Is that it? Yeah, so got them from AutoZone, so part number SW90, alternate part number 65-0025 if you are looking for those. And I did pick up a brake light switch also, so be one more step into getting everything complete. And I think the pedal still has a little clip piece that you thread this into, so hopefully it still has that. There are a couple different styles. This one is the 4-prong style, so I think I just need to use these front two, these back two, I believe, for like cruise control and something else. But from what I read, I think it's just the front two I've used, and the part number on that is DR498. So yeah, so let me get back to it. I'll probably start with removing the passenger seat. Like I said, I dyed these a little while ago, and just sitting in them and doing other stuff. They're chipping off a little bit of fade there, so that's another reason I plan on swapping the seats out. But yeah, let me get the passenger seat out, try to find a mounting location for the shifter. I don't think I'll mount it just yet. Just get it roughed in, get some of these wires. Like I said, I think at least 2 of them. No, maybe 4 of them will go to the shifter. I think 2 reverse lights, or at least 1 reverse light, and I think both of these starter solenoids will go to the neutral safety switch, and then the reverse light. Not sure if it's 1 or 2. Not sure if it's 1 or 2 for the reverse light, so we'll see about that. I do have the neutral safety switch and the backup light or reverse light switch with the shifter, so we'll try to eliminate most of these wires. And when I was checking on my buddy George's 9C1 Caprice, old cop car, LS swap, turbo, he had the Tinker dash in there, so I don't think I will need any of these for the instrument cluster. He said everything was pretty much ran or plugged into the Holly, so we'll see about that. But yeah, just gonna tackle most of these. I know I've been talking for a while, but I've been doing that lately, so let's get started. Alright, so I was able to get this door jamb switch on. Since I did paint it, I did go through with some sandpaper, wrapped around a bolt and just scuffed it up to get some bare metal, because I think it grounds to the frame. And then there are pretty much 2 adapters or 2 plugs for it, so 1 on each side. With the Painless kit, it doesn't matter which side you plug it into. You just need to plug it into one of the terminals, not both of them. So this side, since the door can't open all the way because of the wall there, wasn't able to get this side in, so I'm going to have to wait till I lower the car, move it over a little bit to get that one on. But when I hook everything up, I might just tape that one shut, or no, I'll tape it so it's open so it doesn't ground out, so it'll be closed. And then if I want to test it, just untape it and have it open up or close, whichever one it is. So I was able to get those on. Like I said, do want to clean up around it if it is fresh paint, just to get some bare metal behind it. But next I'm gonna just start unraveling this. You can see I got the seat out, so the seat is out. It was looking like a car again, but now it's like, ah. So both of these will come out. I'll find this position for the shifter and start routing some wires so that they're somewhat in place. I'll probably route them along here and have them come down. I might wrap them under the carpet, put them in a wire loom, and then wherever they need to come out of here, just cut a hole in the carpet and have them come out, so you won't see any wires ran. They'll be up under the carpet. But yeah, let me see which one of these wires I need. There'll be a bunch of them, but I'll see which ones I need, start separating them, and once I figure out where they go or where they need to plug into, I'll cut you guys back on. Alright, so I just climbed in the car. I have the fan going, so it might pick that up a little bit, but I'll go over everything that was in that branch. I pretty much just split everything off of it. So it looked like a lot of wires, but most of them are already, like I said, they're already sectioned off with little zip ties, so you know which 2 wires go with one another. First ones that were sectioned off are that separated, where the white and the orange, they go to the brake light switch. So I'll get that all wired up pretty soon. That will just get threaded into there, and then the wires just connected to the front 2 prongs that it has. The purple ones, those are going to be your neutral safety switch. And then the green and the pink, those are going to be for your reverse lights. In this section here, I think I'm only going to use probably one of these. and that's for the cigarette lighter. But I did order this little USB cigarette lighter port, so I'll wire this up eventually, probably not right away, but that's probably what I'll be using since I don't have a need for a cigarette lighter. I think it also tells the volts and everything, so I'll look into it and see if I need to wire this directly to a relay or if it'll work with this kit. I think the instructions said a fuse box, so it might work with this kit. I'll just have to add a ground wire to it, but we'll see. The main ones I'm going to be worrying about are neutral safety switch, the reverse lights, and then the brake light switch. So I'll get all those wired up here shortly. I think I finally found a placement for the shifter, so I think it'll sit about right there. It's good for my seating position. I'm not reaching for it too far forward when it's all the way back. I still have a little bit of room to mess with it, but that's pretty much the position for it. I think it's pretty good. Like I said, pedals in a good spot. I'm not too far forward or too far back, so the wheels in a good spot. So I think this is my seating position. I think about right there is where the shifter is going to be. Probably won't mount this up yet, just because I'm waiting on some other parts for it. So it comes with the 3-speed shift pattern. I have the 4-speed one ordered. It's back ordered, so I'm not sure when I'll get that. So I don't want to really mount anything up to it just yet. But I think I did have to order their part number. So it's just the switch for the reverse lights. So I had to order that. It comes with one for the neutral safety switch. So if you didn't want to order the reverse light one, you don't have to, but it does come with the neutral safety switch for this shifter and some other hardware and the cable. But I did look up under the car and see where this was sitting about, and it's right at the tail shaft of the transmission, so I don't have to worry about mounting it. Should be fairly easy. There should be enough room to mount it, but for the most part, I'm gonna stop talking. I'll probably route these up under the carpet and drill a little hole, or not drill a hole, just cut a little hole in the carpet just to have the wires poking through, and then get the brake switch mounted up, and that'll probably be it for the day. So I'll put the camera down, I'll do all that. When I route it under the carpet, I'll throw it in the wire loom, and then hopefully it doesn't look too bubbled up or anything, so it should be alright. But yeah, let me get to it, and I don't know, I might get it mounted up into place as far as the shifter, but like I said, without the seats and everything there, I don't want to mount it. I don't want to get anything permanently mounted in case some stuff does adjust a little bit, so we'll see how that goes. But other than that, that might be it for the day. I try to keep it short, but I notice I've been rambling on lately. It's just a lot of stuff going on. Trying to cover as much of the wiring as I can for you guys. So you guys don't have questions later. And the dome light wires, those will go up here eventually. I have been looking at headliner. It'll just be black headliner, so nothing too fancy. But yeah, let me put this down, get all these ran and cut and terminated, and probably gonna make a bad decision and go order some seats. Alright, so I didn't do much. I did throw these in a wire loom, which I had just enough loom pretty much for this little section. So like I mentioned, I'll run it under the carpet. I'll cap these off. It's the same thing, just throwing the terminals on the end of those and plugging it in. Same thing with the brake switch. I didn't throw it in yet, but it's not too bad. I was just busy playing on the phone, looking at parts. But that's all I have left pretty much under the dash. I started thinking with these lights right here, like the gear indicator and everything, which I probably won't. If I wanted to, I probably could throw LED strips in here, but I probably won't go that route on it. But yeah, that's pretty much all I did. Just throw that in the wire loom. I'll get them wired up over the next couple days. I think I narrowed the seats down a little bit. That's why I've been playing on the phone all day, or for the last hour or so when I should have been working. But I'll get some of those ordered up. I'll finish buttoning these up. Won't do it in the video, but you guys get the picture. Might order a little bit more wire loom, but all these will probably be tucked away and, like I said, capped off. A lot of this stuff for the instrument cluster I probably won't use, but that's it for the day. It's looking good. It's gonna turn out pretty nice. But yeah, even with the cable for here, I might have to drill a hole either through the floor. I might come up here a little bit and drill it, but I think I will have to drill one for the cable. We'll see. But for now, that's it.